Hi guys, I hope you are well. Today we are going to talk about innovability, innovation and sustainability. Are you sure that innovation, change is useful? I'm not sure that you think that it's useful, is mandatory, but change is very important. Every day we change. And you see in the screen a face of a woman, okay? Do you know that every 2 hours you change the whole skin of your lips? Every 2 hours. And if you are at home, the majority, the 90% of the dust at home is made by skin. Every 20 days, you change the whole skin of your body. And every 15 years, the 99% of our cells die. Every day we change millions of cells. Every day of our body die. And do you know why? Because we decide to kill them. This is a phenomenon that is called in biology apoptosis. What does it mean, apoptosis? A deliberated planned death of our cells. As the tree, look at this tree. During autumn, the tree decides to kill part of itself. The leaves, they lie down, and it kills the leaves to start again, to born again during springtime. This is what in biology it called apoptosis. That is very important. Apoptosis comes from the ancient Greek. The leaves going far. This is the origin of the meaning. Why do the tree kills its leaves? Why do we kill the cells of our lips? Why do we kill all the cells of our skin every 20 days? And why do we change every 15 years? We die and we born again. Because we are born again. Because we need to deliberately to change ourselves. We need to change ourselves. And every day we are doing it. If we don't change, unfortunately, we really die. In fact, we stop changing the majority of our body when the body dies. And this it could be a paradox, but it's true. So, do you love change? Do you love the possibility to propose ideas, to change even your life, and to be open to something new that can come every day? A new love, a new passion, a new idea, a new chance for your life. You can study, for example, you can study as an engineer and you can get a graduation as engineer, but it can happen that you want to make another job because a new love, a new passion will come. My piece of advice is be open to the change. Be open to admit that your life is a wonder and that it's a problem, it's a pity if you don't do what you love. Because if you do what you love, every day will be a holiday. But if you do what you don't love, every day will be a sad day. So be open to admit that today's passions, today's preferences, today's habits will not be the tomorrow's ones. That tomorrow you can change. And this is one of the most interesting, amazing wonders of the life, that every day you can change yourself as you change the skin of your lips and the whole skin that you have and all the cells that are part of your body. So how can a company change itself? It should do. Because if we don't change every day, the 100% of our business model, of our technologies, of our culture, of our passion, of our mission, of our vision, unfortunately, we will not survive. Because the world outside the company always is changing. Technologies are changing. Social habits are changing. And what we do is changing. Companies were used to work all together in a building, no? Till the COVID-19 arrived. And now the majority of the world has changed dramatically its way of working. Everything is changing. And we are fully convinced, we think that it's sure that we are going to change and change faster and faster. And we need technologies. Okay, they are important. The COVID-19 has changed our life, as I was saying before. But our people can monitor infrastructures. They can monitor assets without cleaning them, as we were used to do in the past. We have drones. And thanks to our drones, we can monitor our assets, our big plants. We have millions of photovoltaic panels in a single plant. For example, in Mexico. How can we monitor them? We use drones. As we use drones, we use robots. And we use a lot of technologies that allowed us to make our job in an effective way, even during this pandemic time. Because we were able to change. We were able to get information, advice, support from external startups, from people like you, young students, that gave us a lot of information, a lot of advice, a lot of hints, and we collected them and we implemented some of them. Thanks to drones, we can monitor our infrastructures. Thanks to exoskeletons, we can also make our job better. We are not talking about being Robocop, but it's something that is usefully helping our colleagues. The man on the left side is our CEO, the global CEO of Enel, Francesco Starace. He came with me in a startup in Silicon Valley, focused only on exoskeletons. And we are working with them, getting a lot of advantage, a lot of help. But 10 years ago, these solutions didn't exist. So we must be open for change. We must open to admit that new technologies are coming. And if we don't adopt them, we are missing a major opportunity to make our job better. This is 3D printing, augmented reality. This is 3D printing. And we are using a lot of 3D printers to support our activities. 3D printers didn't exist 15 years ago. So no robots, no drones, no exoskeletons, no 3D printers, but we are now using them in an effective way to be more innovative. And this is an example of a solution coming from a startup. We were using jackets to protect our colleagues. When they were working on a light pole, they were attached to the light pole, but if they were falling, unfortunately, they crashed against the pole and they could break their backbone. So we have invented, thanks to this startup, the jacket with an airbag inside. If the colleague falls down, this airbag inflates itself and we can save his life. This is an invention that we never had in the past that is now revolutionizing the protection and the safety of our colleagues. Enel X. We are Enel. Okay, probably you don't know Enel. I don't know if you know, but Enel is the largest producer of renewables in the world. Do you love renewables? I don't like fossil fuels. I love renewables. If you love renewables, Enel has made the biggest renewable plant in North America, in South America, in South Africa, in Australia. We are the largest provider of renewables in the world. And not only, we are the largest provider of infrastructure networks to recharge electric cars in private areas in United States too. Not only United States, but in United States, in Italy, and in other countries. This is an Enel X charging station, and we are powering Formula E. I don't know if you know, it's like Formula One, but with electric cars. We are the technological partner for Formula E, and we are the technological partner for motorbike with electric cars racing. So we are very proud of it, because this is not being, how could I say, a sponsor, just providing those associations, those organizations with money, but being a technical partner partner pushes us beyond the frontier of the new technologies. That's why we are very proud of it. But better in the world, providing such solutions to electric cars and electric bikes is something we are proud of, because we want to innovate to better the world. We want to innovate to provide the world with renewables. We want to innovate providing the world with electric cars, electric bikes, not fossil fuels, but solutions that are able to decarbonize the world, to better our climate, and to avoid the climate change. We are a night fighting against this climate change. And we can find solutions and ideas from everywhere. On the left side, you see the photo that a friend of mine took when I met this guy on a wheelchair. He proposed to me an idea. He is with his father and with a friend of him. The idea was very simple. Why don't you use charging station to recharge electric cars, to recharge my electric wheelchair? Nobody thought about it. He sent to me just an email, and I replied, okay, let's meet, me and you, trying to better understand this idea. It was a very, very simple idea, but nobody had it in the world. So he came to our lab, and in the middle of the photo, you can see this person with a technician from Enel. They worked together, and we have invented and launched at the CES, Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, the first worldwide electric charging station able to recharge an electric wheelchair. It's a very simple idea after that you have thought about it. Why companies don't use electric infrastructures to recharge electric cars to power also electric wheelchair? In many cases, genius ideas look stupid after that someone has expressed them. But before, nobody has thought about them. So this is the way we work. We listen to people outside the company. They send to us a lot of ideas, proposals, amazing dreams. And we love dreamers. And we listen to them. And if they have a dream that can change and better the world, we transform this dream into something concrete, into a near innovation. Another dreamer, a deaf colleague, he can't hear, he can't listen, he's deaf. He came to me saying, hey, I can't join video conferences because I can't read the lips of my colleagues of mine. So please, let's invent something that allow me to join video conferences. We did. And now we have become the first worldwide utility able to serve deaf people with a specific app that make them able to interact with our call centers, because they write on a personal computer or on a mobile phone. There is a voice, there is an app that translates what they typed into voice, and on the other side, a call center operator is able to understand and is able to interact with them. This is how we work. And now this person who's a great colleague who is deaf and who couldn't join virtual video conferences, now he's able to join video conferences, and he is leading 200 people at global level for an important innovation project. Without this innovation, he was out of the business. He couldn't make a career, even if he's 28 years old with 2 graduations and an MBA. He was out of the real career. Now he's in the real career. So we have created a better world for him and for all deaf people. This is what we call innovability. Innovation to better the world. Innovation to transform this world into a better world, into a more sustainable world. I want to give you an example, another example. We went to MIT people, MIT, Massachusetts technology. Another one coming from the sun. Photovoltaic is from the sun. CSP is from the sun. Geothermal energy comes from the earth. Is it possible to hybridize them in an effective way? MIT said no. After some months, they came back and they say it's impossible for this, and this reason. 3 reasons to say no. Okay? We transform these 3 reasons in 3 public challenges. We say, hey, people outside the company and people inside the company, let's find solutions on these 3 challenges. MIT say it's impossible because it's due to this, this, and this. We found 1 startup from United States, 1 startup from Israel, and a colleague of us. They gave us 3 solutions. So what MIT said it was impossible, we made possible. We did it. And this is a very impressive plant that we have in Stillwater, Nevada, in United States, where the movie Top Gun has been acted. Because in Stillwater, there are 2 things, our plant and the Top Gun base. This plant realizes what MIT said it was impossible, combining photovoltaic with concentrated solar with geothermal energy. We did, and 1 + 1 + 1 made 5. According to MIT, 1 + 1 + 1 could make 2. But it made 5. So we made possible what MIT said it was impossible. In your life, you will find a lot of people. They will say to you, you are not eligible for this. You made a failure. You will never succeed. This is impossible for you. This dream doesn't fit with you. You are not okay for this. You have not enough knowledge. You have not enough passion. You have not enough hunger. Please, please, don't be discouraged. Because if they fail, you will not fail. And if you fail, fail again, and learn from your failures. All people with success, who got successes, they failed many times. Do you know that the founder of Alibaba, the largest e-commerce store in the world, even larger than Amazon, he was rejected 6 times by Harvard. But at the end of the story, he had a master lesson at Harvard because they invited him as a famous speaker. Even if they refused, they rejected him several times. So, when people say to you, this is impossible, if you love it, don't discourage. Don't give up. Please, don't give up. The unique difference between people who have got success and people who failed, really failed, is that the first one failed, but they didn't give up. The second one failed, and they gave up. And I want to give you an example. I'm sorry for people who don't love soccer. This is Leo Messi. When he was 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, many people were saying to him, you will never succeed. You will never be a normal person. He was considered a person with a disabled person, people with disability, because he has a disorder of the growth hormone. So he couldn't be a normal person. How could he be a magic football player? A lot of people were saying you will never be who you are dreaming to become. But he never gave up. He never gave up. Sorry. This is the difference. He never gave up. Please don't give up. You are young talents. You are from many countries. You have the joy of the life in front of you. Don't follow people saying to you what you have to do, who you have to become, and what are your plus and your minus. Look at your mirror. Look into your heart. Look in your brain. Follow your passions. Follow your dreams. And it doesn't matter if you will never succeed if you try. But if you don't try, it's sure that you never succeed. And if you don't succeed after having tried several times, don't be sad, because the life is so beautiful. I was on a wheelchair for many months with no hope to stand up. Every time that I simply stand up, I say thank you to the life and to the doctor who had the surgery. Because the life is so beautiful that you can't allow other people stop or limit yourself. Nurture your dream. At least you will try to do something that you love. It always seems impossible until it's done. MIT came to our plant in Stillwater to study how could it be possible that these guys from Italy made what they thought, what they evaluated impossible, come true. We did, because we were passionate, we were open. We wanted to listen to people outside the company. We share challenges, as we will do with you. We will share some challenges with you. Please provide us with your hints, with your advice, with your ideas, with your passion. And let's play together. Playing is a very important part of the life. Without playing, without the ironic part of the life, without joy, without passions, the life is useless. The life is sad. And the life is so amazing that you can't waste it avoiding play. Play is part of the life, and I hope that you will still continue playing till your heart will beat. Open Innovability is a digital door. Here you will find all our challenges, all our proposals for collaboration. If you want, visit it. If you want, subscribe to it. It's a wonderful community, 400,000 people from more than 97 countries. And it will be another opportunity for you to collaborate and interact with us. Thanks for listening to me even too much time. I didn't want to bother you. I hope that I gave you some hints. I think that I cannot tell you what you have to do, but I try to suggest to you to avoid to give up. This is my piece of advice for this game and for your life. Thanks. You should go to Enel, because Enel is open. You can share the idea on openinnovability.com. We share with you our labs, 21 labs all around the world. We find for you the venture capitalists. We have a huge network of 48 venture capitalists with 110 billions already invested in asset under management. So we provide you with a technological support, a financial support. We encourage you. We help you to build up your company, and we respect and protect your idea. This is very important. Everything is tracked. You will not find someone who will steal the idea, as it happens. So if I have an idea or a startup, why should I go to Enel? I hope that I've answered. Thanks. I have another idea. I had another question. How do I make sure that Enel properly valorizes my idea? This is clear. This is important question. Try. If you never try, you never succeed. Innovation and life is exactly like playing poker. You need to try. Don't be scared by the life. Don't be scared by the attempts. You must try. If you never try, you never succeed. Playing poker, you have to bet and get the cards. If you never bet, you never get the cards, you never try, you never succeed. Don't be discouraged by failures. Enel is an opportunity. The other ones I don't know if they will valorize your idea. I'm sure that we do. We have a successful track record. More than 55 companies came to us in the last 5 years, 0 revenues at that time. Now, some of them are managing their exit strategy, getting 300, 400, 500 million of euros, selling the company or selling some shares. So we have a track record of successful successful cases of many startups who became very large. I give you some names and you can check. One of them is Nozomi Networks. When the founder came to me, Andrea Carcano, you can write to him, Andrea Carcano, 0 revenues. Now the value of the company is 400 million. I can give you Atonet, another company that was at 0 revenues. Now they are working with in United States, in France, all around the world. I can give you a long list that you can find on startup.enel.com of startups that, thanks to us, made the difference. Do you want to make the difference, or do you want to stand up and wait? What is your experience with startups and people with unique ideas in the field of energy? I think that the idea is 1%. Thomas Alva Edison said that 1% is ideation, inspiration. 99% is perspiration. The idea is not enough. If you have an idea, other 6, 7 people all around the world have the same idea. The implementation of the idea makes the difference. Creativity is not enough. Creativity is fundamental. But without the ability to implement an idea, never will success. Michelangelo was a famous sculptor, painter, artist. He dreamed his arts painting, his paints. But during the night, he was checking that people didn't steal the raw material in front of St. Peter, because otherwise, even with great ideas, he couldn't paint if people were stealing the painters and the other tools that he was using to paint the rest of the day. So Michelangelo was to manage everything. He was a project manager, not only an artist. This is what happens to startuppers. They must find the idea or even imitate an idea, but the rest is very hard. 100% is inspiration, 99% is perspiration. The first verse comes from the God, said a very famous poet, French poet. But the rest, just the first verse, the other verses come from the brain of the artist, and he must work very hard to make them come true. How can we know if something is from the Open Innovability search for other members? So we can work on those startups? I don't understand clearly this question. How can we know if something is from the Open Innovability search for other members? No, PIM, the teams on Open Innovability, you will find challenges, and you can send to us proposals or ideas. You will not be able to exchange ideas on Open Innovability. You can form your teams on the Campus Party platform, and you can share the ideas on Campus Party platform, and you can create teams on this platform. But on our platform, Open Innovability, you will not be able to look for other members or search for other members. Okay, I'm reading the other questions. Mr. Ernesto, the drop in job offers coincides with the high demand for a sustainable economy. Is this connection one of the ways out to a better world? I think that sustainable economy is fundamental, because the majority of people don't want to die for pollution. The majority of people don't want to be polluted, don't want to suffer for the climate change. But unfortunately, the majority of people in the world today is suffering from climate change. And even the pandemic that we are experiencing today probably is due from climate change, because some animals came out from the forest and they infected some people due to the climate change. So we are suffering from climate change. Who is stopping the energy revolution. Probably only companies that are making a lot of money with oil, with gas, and with other fossil fuels. We are the rebels. We don't want to suffer for this revolution, and we want to try to find a better world that can make the difference, that can limit this energy revolution. I want to share with you just a video. I hope that you will be able to see this video because it's nice, and I hope that you will be able to listen to this video. I don't know if it will run, but I will try. If I fail, it doesn't matter. Failure is part of the life, as I told you before. And I am trying to do it. I hope that you are able to see this video and to listen to it.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
That was the voice of Steve Jobs, a person that I met, I worked with some years ago, a person that has changed the world, and a lot of people change the world because they...
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it.
So what is happening? Okay. So I want to give you a big hug, a big digital and virtual hug. And I hope that you will be able to make your dreams come true. And I hope that you will never give up. It doesn't matter what you will try to do. The important is that you will never give up. And even changing the perspectives, changing the targets, changing the objectives, change is part of our life. It's the only certainty that we have, as Buddha said, change. So be open for change, but don't be open to give up. Ciao.